guys. Welcome to Classic Rock and Country Music Facts and Trivia. Thank you so much for being here. If you've been here several times, then you know I'm a fan of Kiss, and I find some of these articles that I think are really interesting, and some of them are even laughable. But this one is on the continued spat that Ace Frehley has with Paul Stanley and vice versa. And I'll give you my thoughts on it after we get into this. So let's see what it's about. I can play rings around Paul Stanley on guitar. I can even sing better than him and don't have to use backing tracks. He's laughing, of course. Ace Frehley said he would have categorically refused an offer to take part in Kiss's final show after Paul Stanley's recent remarks about him, and added he's still close with Gene Simmons. Although the prospect of one final reunion of the beloved New York City band's classic lineup hung for a good chunk of the band's end-of-the-road farewell tour, Kiss's final show at Madison Square Garden came and went without Ace or Peter. Previous statements about offers being made were nothing but a ploy to sell tickets, the spaceman claimed, just before that final show, highlighting Paul Stanley's earlier comments about him and the band's original drummer. The most recent war between Frehley and Stanley began in March last year, when the Star Child deposited that Kiss ought to have changed its name to Piss had it played together with the two ex-members during the band's Rock Hall induction in 2014. Frehley then responded by threatening to release dirt on Stanley and Simmons if he doesn't get an apology before deciding to take a more diplomatic approach. Speaking to Chaos Scene in a new interview, the guitarist stressed that Stanley's comments made any proposal for a reunion a non-starter. I don't really understand what happened 6 or 7 to 8 months ago when Paul and Gene were in the midst of the end of the road tour. They were really saying nice things about Peter, Bruce Kulick, and me. They were saying we called Ace, we called Peter, and they're going to be on stage with us and and play a few final songs, you know, Brotherhood and all that bullshit. And then the last month, once the show was sold out and they didn't need our help to sell out any more tickets, Paul Stanley went on Howard Stern's show and saying, well, if Ace and Peter got up on stage with us, you may as well call the band Piss. He added, that was completely opposite from what he was saying 6 or 7 months ago, and I don't even know why he said it, but it pissed me off. And after hearing that, I decided I wasn't going there. Even if he had invited me and given me personal invitation, after he had hit us below the belt with that comment, I would not have gone there. You know, I can play rings around Paul Stanley on guitar, and I even sing better than him and don't have to use backing tracks. On the other hand, the guitarist's relationship with Gene Simmons doesn't seem to be marred by the spat with Stanley. Me and Gene are still very close. When I heard that he collapsed on stage in Brazil, I was concerned because I've known Gene since '73. I immediately emailed him and said, Gene, are you okay? And miraculously enough, he got back to me in 5 minutes and said, hey, so I'm doing fine. We were playing in the jungle. It was 106 degrees and very high humidity, so I wasn't prepared for it and wasn't hydrated enough. And once I sat down and got hydrated, I was able to finish the show. I just wrote them back. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad it wasn't anything more serious, but you know, that's the kind of relationship I had with Gene. Ace's new solo album, 10,000 Volts, is due out February 23rd. Okay, as I said, I'm a big Kiss fan, so I'm going to give my 2 cents worth here. First of all, Ace probably can play guitar better than Paul, but that's apples and oranges because I think they both have 2 different kind of styles. But Ace couldn't sing his way out of a brown paper bag compared to Paul Stanley. Paul Stanley had a range that went forever. And neither one of them now are at their peak, and neither one of them now can really do what they used to do. So, I mean, that was just a stupid comment, really. I think that was just made out of spite. Because Paul Stanley's a great singer. I don't care what anyone says. He keeps mixing things up. He keeps saying that if we got on stage with him at the Rock Hall of Fame, he would call it Piss. And then later he says that he said that about the reunion tour. So I think Ace is looking to keep himself in the news, and I'm thinking Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons are there to help him do it. I really do. I don't think they have a fight among them. I think because he talks about how close he is with Gene. Well, heck, he's in a fight with Gene over the Rock Hall of Fame and stuff. I think it's all one great big publicity stunt to keep their names in the news and fans' ears. And there was one other thing that I done forgot, so hold this right here. I'll be right back. I should really take notes. I should really take notes. The thing is, Ace saying that the only reason they said that they invited Ace and Peter to join, and they never said play on the last show, to join them on stage, was to sell out tickets. They were selling out shows. I'm sorry, guys, they didn't need your help to sell out the last Kiss show. I mean, it would have made it huge. It would have made it great if they had all the ex-Kiss members there, especially the originals. Well, I mean, you probably sold tickets for a lot more money, but it is what it is. I think, as I said, I think this is all just a ploy between the whole bunch. Keep their names, keep them relevant. Let's face it, they're a classic rock and roll band. That's what they are, a great rock and roll band. But anyway, that's all I have for you. Let me hear your all's comments and what you all have to say about it in the comments below. Please keep it nice. Thank you. Please be nice to each other. Please be nice to your old Uncle Bob. That's all I have for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget about classic TV Facts of Trivia. Classic. Had a real hard time today. Classic TV Facts of Trivia. Beverly Hillbillies Facts of Trivia are off till tomorrow. They'll be back tomorrow. So you guys have a great day. God bless. See you tomorrow. And I'll be praying for you.